Hi guys, it's Lisa from the Oil Girls. Today I'm going to show you how to make sunscreen. So it's really simple to do. We don't have to buy it from a store because we know it's full of toxic ingredients. I'm going to show you today how easy it is to make. So the simple ingredients you need for this recipe are coconut oil. We buy it in big, large containers because we use it a lot. This is hard at room temperature. So you're going to put your hard coconut oil into the pot and you're going to add a carrier oil. So if we remember what a carrier oil is, it's just a fatty oil. In this case today it's going to be grapeseed oil, but I made a batch last night with olive oil. So it doesn't matter what fatty carrier oil you use. Today we're going to use grapeseed. So I've added the coconut oil and the grapeseed oil in here and I've melted it. Okay, done that step already. So once it's melted I'm going to take it off the heat. And this is what's going to give it our sun protection is zinc oxide. Now do you remember that white stuff that we used to put on our nose as kids to protect us from the sun? This is it in powder form. So we don't want to inhale the powder, so we want to apply it to the recipe very carefully, okay? So just put it in. You don't have to wear a face mask, you don't have to cover your eyes, but don't let it poof up and don't breathe it in. This is a step you probably don't want to do with your kids. So for this recipe, because I've made such a large amount, I'm actually adding 2 cups of zinc oxide, okay? So I'm just going to put it in, not let it poof. And then I'm just going to whisk, okay? So the important thing is to whisk, whisk, whisk until it completely dissolves in the bottom. You'll find the first couple times you make it, you might pour out your sunscreen into the jars and you'll find that there's a little bit of residue at the bottom. Just means you didn't whisk it enough and dissolve it enough. Here goes my 2nd cup. Now we're going to add our essential oils. In this case, we're going to add lavender because it's really moisturizing. So you're going to be using this all summer long. We know that the sun dries out our skin anyway. So use a good quality essential oil. We like Young Living, of course, because we know it's pure. So for this recipe, we're going to add lavender. You could also add things like helichrysum, German chamomile, things that are really good for your skin, frankincense, especially if you're making a small batch just for your family. So today I'm going to add about 80 drops. So for the sake of time here, I'm not going to add all 80 right now, okay? And then we're just going to stir it in, and that is it. That is our sunscreen, okay? Now as you can see, I'm making a huge batch. I'm trying to make almost 30 jars today because we're going to be giving it away at a seminar. So once it's all whisked, I would simply pour it into the jars, okay? Really easy. And then you would let it sit for 2 to 4 hours to harden up. I made a batch last night, like I said, with olive oil, and this is what it looks like when it's done. It looks really creamy. I'm going to show you what it looks like on your skin. It's one of the biggest questions we get is it chalky and white? It's not. Let me show you on my skin here. So when you put it on, it looks a little bit white, but when you rub it in, it completely disappears. Okay? And that's your sun protection for the summer. So we know when we use natural healthcare products that we do need to apply more often. And why is that? It's because it doesn't have toxic chemicals in it. So when you buy sunscreen at the store, it's actually a chemical that's absorbing into your skin that's giving you the sun protection. In this case, it's just the zinc oxide. So we do have to apply more often. So if your kids go swimming, you're going to need to reapply. So this recipe that we just made today has an SPF of about 25 to 35. If you wanted to increase the SPF, you could add raspberry or carrot seed carrier oil, okay? Not the essential oil. I know Young Living carries carrot seed essential oil. It does not have an SPF. This is the carrier oil. Remember we talked about fatty oils? You could add a couple tablespoons of this to your recipe and it would increase the SPF. In this case, we're not going to do that because I actually don't want my kids to have a 60 or a 70. I want them to get some sunlight. So for me, this SPF is just fine. So this I would want you to store not in the direct sunlight. So my dad took a sample to India, he travels a lot, and his melted completely. It will reharden, not a problem, but keep it out of direct sunlight so you don't end up with a sloppy mess. Okay, so that's it. That's how easy sunscreen is. Costs about, I think I worked it out to about $3 per tub. A tub will last a family of 4, probably a couple weeks in the summer. Thanks for watching. If you want a copy of this recipe, be sure to go to the oilgirlscanada.ca where you'll find lots of oil-based recipes, including this sunscreen. If you like this, be sure to comment below, subscribe, and share with your friends so we can bring you more interesting content. So thanks for watching. Bye.